So we have created a table definition for the sequential file in my previous video. This video is a continuation for video number 2. So after creating the sequential file, let's see how that table definition looks like. So you see here sequential, and there's a folder, and this is the table definition we have created. So when we click on that, it shows the columns we have, like serial number, name and state, the data type, and the format. It's a first line in column names, and the delimiter is comma, right? So this is how we create the table definition for normal regular files apart from database. So now that we have known about table definitions, let's move to another important concept called parameter sets, creating parameter sets. So parameter sets, before parameter sets, you need to know what are parameters, job parameters. There are basically two levels of parameters. One is job level and the other is project level. So the parameters are basically specific information which you need to give when you want to run the job. It's not like while designing, when you want to run, there need to be specific information given, like server name, database name, password. Some depends on the job you design. So these, in any real-time project, you will never and ever give the direct database name or the server name or the password. It's always given in parameters. All the values are always parameterized. It's one of the important interview questions. So the values are never hard coded, never and ever hard coded. You need to remember that. So basically, in your job design, you can specify a job parameter to represent this needed information. So when you run the job, when you're about to run the job, you're then prompted to supply a value for the job parameter. So yeah, basically parameter sets, like the table definitions and jobs, the parameter sets are also stored in the repository, and the parameter sets enable the same job parameters to be used by different jobs. Like if you have a set of parameter, uh, you can just have if you have like different databases, you can just create one database username and password and give it a and click on all those parameters, and with all the required parameters you can just create a parameter set with different name, and with other database name you can just create another parameter set. So that's pretty cool. Basically parameter sets are like you are likely to reuse in other jobs. Whenever you need this set of parameters in a job design, you can just insert them into the job properties from the parameter set. You need not define them individually. So yeah, this is basically, as I said, they are stored in repository and are available to use in your job designs when you run jobs. You can just make if you and the other important thing is, if you make any changes to a parameter set object, these changes are automatically reflected in job designs that use these parameter sets until the job is compiled. Once the if the set is changed, obviously that gonna affect the job. So make sure you have the right parameter set for the right kind of job. So now I'll show how to create a parameter set in data stage. So yeah, I open my designer client again. So for creating, first I'll show how to create a parameter, and then I'll show how to create a parameter set. So if you see here, this is icon, the small icon. When you just keep your cursor on it, it shows job properties. This is where you click on it, and this opens a window, and this is parameters. On the second tab, parameters, and we need to create a parameter, like a parameter, let's say the server. Obviously we need to give server name, and this is a prompt which we need to give. So it's server name, okay, and the type is, the server name is always string, right? It's always a character. So my server name is Oracle, and the other name is username, which is used pretty often, so we need not type always the username. So username, I mean, you can, it doesn't matter, you can give anything in the prompt, just for like this description part. And it's string again, and my username is Scott. And the password for this, and this is again password, sorry, password, and this time it's encrypted. You should make sure that your password is always encrypted, right? Because it doesn't make sense when you don't have encrypted password. What's the use of password then if it's not encrypted? So yeah, so you type the encrypted password and then click on OK, and see you have all these parameters. You can use them individually. Once I create the job, I can just show you how to create them individually. And this is how you create parameters. Not only for server, username, password, there are a lot of other parameters which you use in your job, but for just simpler understanding, I use these three. Now that you have parameters, let's know how to create a parameter set. Just click on shift and check all these, click on all these things. Just select all these, I mean, it doesn't matter, you can just shift and click, or just drag and drag. And you see here, there's a create parameter set thing, right? So click on this. When you click, it asks for a parameter set. So let's say mine is, I mean, let's say Ruchika 1. So my parameter set is 1, so that I know. Okay, so let's say Ruchika so 1. Okay, so I know that this is like Oracle 1. So you can have, like, when you have your job named, you can just put it this. You can have a long description, like who created, when it is created, why it is created, what are all the things we have, and everything. You can have a long description, it doesn't matter. So yeah, these are the parameters, right? So we need not do anything else. So values are like we just have to give the value name, like server is, I mean, value is like the name of the thing. So when I just give like SA1 or something, I mean anything, it doesn't really matter. So your server, when you give this Oracle Scott, so whenever you want to choose these parameters, like Oracle Scott and this thing, you need to have like SA1. You need to have SA1. When you want to create another thing, you can just go for SA2. So once it's created, just click on OK, and it's gonna ask where to save it. So I mean, it doesn't really matter, so you can just go for jobs, and yep, so you can just go for it. And yes, so that is how we create it. So now if we click on the jobs, wait a moment, yeah, I'm sorry, so this is where it is created jobs, Ruchika. So when you click on this, this is Ruchika server 1, and this is the parameter set which is created. So yeah, this is how we create the parameters. So yep, that's it guys, this is how we create the parameter. So yeah, I'll just show you a simple job so you can better understand how the parameters are defined. So here is an Oracle database. So because my database is Oracle, I just chose Oracle connector. And just how to bring on the stage, just click on this and just drag onto this. That's it. So you can just do that, and after that just right click, hold the right click, and then sorry, just hold the right click and just drag it. I'm so sorry. So yeah, you can just hold the left click and just drag it anywhere, and you can just you can have an link which you can drag and drop similar to the stage. I mean, and also you can just hold on to it and just drag onto this. That's another way of drawing the link. So let's see how the parameter works now. So when you click on this, see it's asking, because we are using we are using the database connection, we need to give its name, username and password. As I said in this video, that never and ever hard code values. It's always the best practice, and it's always mandatory that we choose the parameterized values. If you guys remember, I just created Ruchika parameter 1, right? So if I just click on this, it's gonna have this. So this means that it's parameterized, so no one will be able to see what is your username, what is your password and anything. So this is pretty cool, right? You need not type and you need not do anything. So yeah, I mean, I'll discuss with this Oracle stage later. So it's asking, I'm not writing any SQL statements, so I'm just like lazy to write, so I'm just selecting generate SQL runtime, so it's gonna auto generate itself the SQL code. And the table I'm gonna use is MySchema. It's always you need to always choose your schema name. So yeah, so you, because my schema is HR, I'm putting it HR.employees. If you just put employees, it doesn't read it, because I have used here Scott, my username is Scott, but I'm using HR, right? So the schema is different. So Scott has many users in it, many schemas in it, so I need to mention my schema. So once we are done with that column, no need to worry about all these things. Just move on to the next tab, columns, and this is where you learn how to use table definitions. So just click on the load here and see you have table definitions tab, table definitions. So you just click on HR employees, right? So choose this and click on OK, and it gonna ask if you want all the fields or only specific fields. If you don't any other fields, just click on phone. I don't want email. Okay, so just click on email and just put it this way. So just email is gone now. If I need if I again need email, so I just click on this, so everything is there. So this is like we need to choose what we need and what do not need them. So click on OK and see everything is there. So this is the metadata, and this is how the table definition we use. So I mean, sometimes we can change the table definition or recreate a table definition. So that's where this save gonna help us. Save, we have this table definition, so it's gonna ask us ask us the table definition, so we can just save a new table definition and use it in other jobs or other job level projects. So once you have the metadata, only when you have the metadata, this view data is highlighted. Otherwise, you don't have view data highlighted. See, now I always said that the runtime, when you are running the job, it's gonna ask for specific things, right? So these specific things we have given it in the parameter form. So now I select Ruchika PS1, which is my parameter, and it's all filled. So now click on OK, and this is the data we need, right? So yeah, so this is how it works. So I have shown you how to create a parameter set and how to use the parameter set, and how to create a table definition and how to use a table definition. And if it's already existing, we just need to load, and if it's not existing, then we need to save. I mean, if it's new table definition, then we need to save, and we can just reuse it in any other job. So yep, that's it guys. This is how we create table definitions, parameter sets, and this is how we use it. So yep, in my next video we'll start on working on server jobs and the stages involved in it. So it will be pretty exciting with all the graphical representation and all that. I think you're guys gonna love it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you guys.